So when I go camping in this Jeep, this is the platform I made to keep everything straight. You take out the back seats. The problem is it's not very comfortable. There's a lot of bumps there. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece of memory foam out of some scrap memory foam bed topper that I have. Let me show you. Navigate around all these other projects. So what I did was I took this old piece of memory foam that I had and I cut it to 26 inches. Well, I haven't cut it yet, but I drew a line at 26 inches, and I'm going to use this, or attempt to use this Harbor Freight Chicago electric hot knife to cut it. Now in this kit you get, of course, the directions, you get the knife, and it comes with a depth gauge. Now we're not so worried about the depth gauge. You can adjust it. But I'm not so worried because we're going to go all the way through this. Now to take the depth gauge off, I just took the little finger screws out there, pull this off, and this part of the depth gauge is permanently, permanently mounted. I think I'm going to have to take that off too because, let's see, I need it to go all the way through, and that barely goes all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I think take these off right here. Okay, it is cutting, albeit slow. You just have to slowly work your way back and hold the trigger down while you're doing it. I give it a rest every now and then, but it seems to be working. So let me put the camera down and I'll finish this up and show you what it looks like. All right, I find the motion that works the best is you actually do it like a knife while holding the trigger down, and it will cut through it fairly good, as you see. It's actually melting it. Alrighty, I have to say that knife made pretty easy work of it. Hot knife, it's called. Now I have heard that some people use like a fillet electric knife that's, goes up and down with the motor, kind of like you fillet fish and that kind of stuff with. But they also say it just tears the thing up and eats it up. I think this is a much better option. It's, although not too pretty, it is smooth, and it is not to the point where it's going to be flaking off. Now in order to make this fit a little bit better, I guess I should cut out the wheel well, a little bit of the wheel well there, and maybe cut out a little bit to accommodate for this console there. All right, to accommodate for the console, I'm going to hot knife this part out. Okay, let's go test fit it. All right, I would say that's a winner. Now we got to do something with this hump. All right, so based on my rudimentary measurements, about 33 inches and 4 inches to accommodate for that tire hump. Wheel well. All right, that hot knife makes easy work of it, so make sure you work in a well ventilated area and wear a wet respirator when you're doing this. You don't want to breathe in burnt foam. Alrighty, this is about exactly what I wanted, so this is going to make a real comfy platform for the old sleeping bag. And it's going to roll up easy, and now I won't feel all the imperfections underneath there. So see, you can go camping in a Jeep XJ or really any SUV really cheap. Pretty much so far, this whole bedding material on that platform was made out of scrap material, so all free.